Hey guys, what is up? MK Gaming here, back for another War Thunder video, and today we are flying out the ME262-A1 variant. I am currently showing one or two videos that I had in the ME262, a very good two videos actually. Mainly because I selected these two videos was because wasn't really getting much good content for previous videos. We are currently over Kalkin Ghoul, or Kalkin Gaul, or not sure how exactly to pronounce it, and this is a mix RB. I really hate mix RB. Currently right now we are diving under the Hornet's Nest, and my first target that I selected was an R2Y2 who decides to go head on with me. Bad choice over there, mate. Second target now moving down for a HE162. Probably didn't see me coming towards the last second. Didn't really commit to a turn. Now basically I built up enough speed for me to just climb back up. I saw one more 162 coming up towards me. Just put the plane up in the vertical. I'm already at 2000, almost approaching 2500. I do a loop and that Heinkel tries to follow me, but he knows he can't do much. I see a 262. I decide I'm going to go for that guy because it's probably important that I go for my similar styles or similar type of plane. He is very target fixated on one guy. Boom, he is dead. Did not realize me coming from behind actually, I think. My next target that I selected is this Horton 229 who is chasing our F-84 Thunderjet. I try to lead just a little bit. I get a hit and a critical on his left flap. As you can see on the bottom left there, he did get quite a bad left flap thing, but he is still actually climbing, and the F-84 sees me and he does a lovely bait over here. Of course the Horton 229 is currently damaged. I am leaning it just a little bit, trying to get the lead. I'm still not so particularly used to 30 mils. And then this Horton does something strange. He goes into a flat spin. And I go, alright, I'm definitely going to go for a kill over here. The F-84 moves in, and if he doesn't pull the trigger and kill him first, I will kill him second. He misses all his shots. I don't. Horton loses his entire left wing. I move up to engage the next target, just trying to get some speed. Check on my 6, nothing so far. I'm near the friendly base. I'm contemplating on landing and rearming. And I made a decision over here that I would probably head back to rearm and reload. Now mainly because I was out of ammunition. I was almost actually out of ammunition. And this plane you need a lot of ammunition because of that 30 mil lead. And if you guys haven't seen my review of the 262, you should probably watch it. Link is down below. How to probably land this plane, bring it down to 400 and below. Don't use landing gear. Yeah, this part was really scary because I knew there was a bomber above me. I wasn't too sure what it was, but I decided to just land it. And trying to see where that plane wasn't there. As you can see, my landing gear is appearing inside my wings, which is quite hilarious. And I am decked on the runway. I'm going to be rearming and flying back to the next fight. So right now I am back on the battlefield. I am flying, approaching this Meteor, because right now he is the prime target for me to engage. That F-84 high above on 22 kilometers is engaging 2 Tu-4s. The one thing that you need to know is always engage fighters first. There's currently what, 2 or 3 bombers, and I'm not too entirely so worried about the bombers. I'm more worried about the fighters. KTS, the Meteor, is probably the most important target to engage. I'm not too worried about the Tu-4s because the Tu-4s can practically defend themselves very well. The F-84 is currently being badly damaged by the Meteor, and I think he will go down. And let's go on for a head-on with this Meteor. This Meteor decides to give me a head-on, and I'm not too entirely sure what happened there, but my entire right engine just went kaput. I'm guessing that his plane clipped my engine, and yeah. So without further ado, I had to head back home again because I know this plane would not survive much longer without another one more engine. Now I managed to land back to base, and that was practically the game. As you can see, the Tu-4 eventually will get the kill. I'm just fast forwarding this. It's a very beautiful plane actually, the Tu-4. But yeah, the plane lands and we win the game. Basically because the Tu-4 engaged the last remaining planes, and it was actually a very good fight. So this is the score, guys. As you can see, second place in the team with 4 kills and 1 assist. Score of 2,815. One of my teammates got number 1, which is almost close to 4,900 points with 3 kills, and 12 tons of bombs actually dropped on target. So as you can see, this bomber, this Tupolev, was doing work. Back for another ME262 video. Today we're flying out on Berlin. It is also a night mission, and I'm currently today flying out with one of my squad mates, aka Darren, the Mad Pilot. Now, as Darren has currently engaged an LA-9 down on the deck, there's also a P-80 and a MiG-9, and currently in this particular layout, it's the American Allied team, which consists of the US, the UK, and also the Russian team versus the German Federation, or the German team. I like to call it the Federation because we are always alone on this part. Now, Darren is currently diving down to engage those 3 targets. He says he plans to engage the Lavochkin 9 first. I'm keeping on high altitude, making sure that he's okay. Currently flying out at 3,600 meters. Most of the times, jet planes, you don't really see much engagements above 5,000 meters. It just won't work. Darren did set the Lavochkin 9 on fire and eventually shot it down, which is good. I did, however, lose sight of that P-80. Could not see exactly where he was. I did see the MiG-9 down on the deck though, and he seems to be going up. And there was something strange about the MiG-9 though. He just somehow or other vanished into thin air. I really didn't know what happened to him. I was trying to spot his silver silhouette, but for some strange reason I couldn't find it, and then he just appeared behind me. However, Darren was a good teammate, and he shot that MiG-9 and critically damaging it. However, I did see the P-80 finally creeping up, and this time I make sure I keep my eyes set on that target. Lower the plane down, kill the throttle. Plane's currently accelerating at about 850 kilometers per hour. It's still relatively okay. You can bring the plane somewhat to 900 kilometers. Just don't do any high engagement turns. I currently put the throttle up to 100%, and I let Black Veneno over there know that I'm coming up behind him. Please bait for the P-80. Darren is also right behind me. I asked Darren, can I take the shot? He said go ahead. I lined up nicely, and boom. That P-80 won't be flying out anytime soon. Arado thanks me, and I immediately put the plane back up, but the fight isn't over yet. There's still 2 more planes approaching on our right, a Lavochkin 9 and also an F-84 Thunderjet. I, however, did not see this. If I'm not mistaken, a Spitfire over there. Yep, there is a Spitfire over there, but it's about 10 kilometers away from that 2 targets. Let Darren know. Darren says alright, he is keeping the plane on a decked out altitude. I'm, however, keeping it high above. We are currently chasing up to engage the Hornet's Nest in front of us. Now, the first target that's coming up in front of me is the Lavochkin 9. However, I know that Lavochkin 9 has 423 NS cannons. I'm not going to go head on with that. The F-84, however, I could probably risk a head on because he only has 50 cals. Now put the plane towards a turn. I know the Lavochkin 9 is coming towards me. Baited Darren. Darren gets his 3rd kill. Very good shot. I'm now set my eyes up on that F-84 Zontac. Initially, when I first saw this guy's name, I thought it could it be the NTAC YouTuber, but then I realized I don't think that's possible. Now the F-84 is slowly losing speed. Both of us are catching up towards him, but I have a feeling that this guy will be flying towards the runway. And as you can see, I'm currently on cockpit view, just checking out things over there. Now we are currently flying leveled at 836 kilometers per hour. I'm about 840, and I remember that this guy would fly very close to the runway, and we would have to pull out and eventually move on to other engagements. So I'm just going to skip this part because really there was nothing that happened. Darren couldn't catch him eventually, nor could I. He was approaching very dangerously close towards the runway. Got one guy. The F-84 shot him down very nicely. Terribly sorry about that. Did not mean to skip the video too much ahead. I immediately see a next target in front of me, which is the Lincoln. It's a very big bomber. Let him know that I'm coming for him. This plane is very overpowered in terms that if you were to get Hokkaido missions, B-29s would be shredded by the Lincolns, mainly because of its 20mm turret cannon. You would find actually Lincolns flying down below. I see this guy, he's very big, hard to miss, hard not to miss actually. And I turn just enough so that the guns don't really do much damage. Get a bad hit on him, and I immediately turn the plane back. I'm actually contemplating on heading back to base and repairing, mainly because my wing is badly damaged. There are still a few enemy targets, especially that F-84, and I told Darren eventually, you will have to fight alone right now. I'm RTB, my wing is badly damaged, engine's yellow, it probably won't last for the entire of the game. I see an IL-2, try to shoot him out. Another IL-2 AI, just leaned it up properly, and kaboom. He's out. So immediately I push the plane back to runway and I return back to base. Now at this particular point I realize that there are enemy planes flying above the runway. I have to do something about it. I turn the plane and try to gain as much speed as I can. Most of our allied teams are actually returning back to base to repair. This is a problem mainly because there is still two targets looming very near the enemy, our allied runway. Now the first guy I already see, he's opening up some shots. I was thinking maybe it was a MiG-9. It could have been a MiG-9, it could be something else. I couldn't really see because the HUD wasn't popping up at that particular moment. But then I see twin engines, it's definitely a MiG. Our allied Arado crashed. I am engaging right now this MiG-9 late, sorry. He is doing a very good job at killing off my energy. I don't buy it though. However, I do realize that I'm currently in a bit of a trouble. I put the plane back up on a vertical. I do a loop. I do see him over there. Got a hit. He's out. And at that particular moment, Darren came in just in the nick of time, and I almost nearly shat myself because he almost clipped me with his 30 mils. Now we both form up side by side with each other, and we are currently flying towards the enemy, and currently Darren is just trolling around. The whole entire enemy team has lost their planes, and look at what Darren just did to my plane. Good job, mate. Good job. And that was the game. Now let's go towards the scoreboard on the replay screen. Now over here we are second place in our team. Darren got third. We got 4 kills and pretty much nothing else. Darren also got 3 kills. A very good bait maneuver from there. Yeah, it was a very good game actually. I don't really get much night missions, and I really do like night missions, but it was one of those days where nothing was really working for us, and somehow or other we came out on top, and yeah, we just dominated the entire field. So guys, thanks for watching my ME262 videos part 1 and part 2. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more videos in the future. I will check you guys out later. If you guys want me to do a particular plane, do leave a comment in the comment section below. Till then guys, peace out. I'm out.